Hello, my name is Leonard Van Lowe, a board member of Health Advocates for Older People and your host for this evening. Thank you for joining us. Due to the current COVID-19 pandemic, we are unable to have the Jazz on the Terrace event this year. Here's a look at the quarantine through art. Health Advocates helps us to make the days count. This evening we are gathering to celebrate that. For those who are new, what is Jazz on the Terrace? For 15 years, friends, families, supporters, and volunteers have come together for a garden supper to be able to listen to jazz music, dancing with the views of Central Park and the beautiful New York City skyline. We often ended the evening with a display of fireworks. We understand that so many of our friends were disappointed that we were not having the jazz event this year. But I'm proud to say that the same commitment, dedication, and creativity we put into our programs, we worked to come up with an alternative for this year's event. Thanks to our committee, led by Betsy Timberman and Nancy Plosier, we have come up with Jazz Off the Terrace. I hope you enjoy. I can't wait to show you some of tonight's musical performances, as well as how Health Advocates has transformed their operations in order to support our seniors during this pandemic environment. But first, I want to give a special thanks to the Yates and Cacciato family for their support during the years. They have hosted the Jazz on the Terrace event for the last 10 years. Their support has helped Health Advocates continue their mission to support seniors as they age to live a vital and healthy life. They provide social interaction and exercise, which helps participants continue to build and keep their physical and mental health and to stay actively involved in their community. I would like to introduce you to Marguerite Yates, who reflect on the last 10 years of hosting Jazz on the Terrace with Health Advocates.
Welcome, friends and relatives, near and far, to Jazz Off the Terrace. For the past 10 years, I've been so happy hosting Jazz here on my terrace. This year, however, we've gone high-tech to have Jazz off the terrace, just as Health Advocates has continued to provide activities and companionship online for so many of us here in New York City. I'm happy to tell you that today is my 70th wedding anniversary, and I couldn't imagine a nicer way to celebrate. So please pour yourself something bubbly and join me in raising a glass to toast Health Advocates Nancy Houghton, our volunteers, our professional instructors, our supporters, and all those who make possible health advocates. Here's to many more years of fun and companionship. Enjoy the evening.
Over the years, we have experienced so many wonderful times where individuals gathered on a roof garden as evidence in these scenes from past celebrations.
Thank you, and to the weather.
My name is Nicholas Sorensen. I'm a volunteer for Health Advocates for Older People, and I'm the chair of this event, Jazz on the Terrace, this summer, here on Central Park West. It's our most wonderful event.
I'm Nancy Carr, and I'm a board member. I've been teaching Marjan, seeing these people come in and really enjoying their afternoon. It's been a lot of fun.
I'm Linda Hartley, and I'm president of Health Advocates for Older People. I had an opportunity to meet Nancy, and I thought I would take, I had time available to give back, and I got involved. And before I knew it, I took on the role of president. Just seeing how much fun they do have. And one in particular was the Mardi Gras party that the junior committee put on. It just engaged everyone, and they were having a great deal of fun. When the harmonica class started, I decided I could do that. So I went, and lo and behold, I bought my own harmonica, and I took 2 classes there.
We also have had wonderful performances on the terrace by pianist and vocalist Steve Doyle over the years. He joins us now.
Hello, I'm Steve Doyle. I'm the pianist, vocalist, entertainer who performs at Jazz on the Terrace every year for well over a decade. And it's always a pleasure for me to look forward to every year. I get to see a lot of old friends like Stephen Crone and Catherine Lenahan and of course my cousin Kate Doyle and all the people behind the scenes that work so hard to make it happen every year. I was delighted when Nancy Houghton invited me to sing a couple of songs and say hello to you for this video presentation. First of all, I'd like to just mention that the Health Advocates for Older People is such a worthy cause, and it's so nice to see people donating and also being there to support the organization. So secondly, I'm going to miss not seeing Marguerite Yates this year and being on top of her lovely terrace. It's so beautiful up there. And of course, Natalie and Richard and Alexander, who's probably grown another foot. He grows a foot every year. I don't know how he does that. But without any further ado, I'd like to play a couple of songs for you. Unfortunately, due to extenuating circumstances, we're unable to be together, but we can use our imaginations and picture ourselves on top of that beautiful rooftop. I hear the breezes playing in the trees above, while all the world is saying you were meant for love. Isn't it romantic? Merely to be young on such a night as this. Isn't it romantic? Every note that's sung is like a lover's kiss. Sweet samples in the moonlight. Do you mean that I won't fall in love perchance? Isn't it romance? You know, I love those old songs.
In March 2020, as the city began to close down, health advocates had to suspend classes held in 10 different locations. But we knew how much seniors depended on the classes for their health and socialization. So we pivoted to offering 14 online classes every week Most of them taught at the same time as the regular classes and taught by their same instructors. To give you an idea how Health Advocates helps our participants, I would like to introduce you to Wendy Wade, our current president, who will share some of our amazing programs we offer to seniors every day.
I'm Wendy Wade, current president of the Board of Health Advocates for Older People. Our programs and home safety assessments are designed to help the elderly remain in their own homes as independent, healthy, and socially engaged individuals. Our Healthy Aging program expands its range by partnering with community groups and faith-based organizations to promote physical and mental health through exercise classes and educational workshops on nutrition, downsizing, and fall prevention. All our programs are free of charge.
I love the people. They're very friendly, interactive.
Keeps you moving, and it helps a lot, especially if you have arthritis like I do.
Enjoy the variety of programs Health Advocates offers. They encourage me to stay engaged and active.
I want to thank everybody at Health Advocates because without them, I would have a very lonely life.
This is more than an exercise class.
We all need that living in this very hectic city.
I just love this class more and more, and I make sure that I'm here every week.
When we finish the class, everybody leaves happy, mentally, physically happy.
I joined us Advocate, and it's so good.
And we need you to help tell your relatives, your friends. Health Advocate program does exist, and I can't tell you how much it's enriched and given me new friends. God bless Health Advocates.
Now enjoy the Chameleons, the jazz ensemble that Marguerite Yates' grandson Alexander formed with his school friends. They first performed at Jazz on the Terrace event 6 years ago when they were only 10 years old.
I'm Kenny. And Kenny, now are you one of the professors or are you?
Yeah, I teach at the Lycée.
Okay, now what school?
Lycée.
Okay, Lycée. So, this is fantastic. I mean, I think this could be an act. You guys should go on the road with the ties. You look great. Really. So, without any further ado, we want to also give thanks to John Cooksey for sitting in and playing the drums earlier. He is an incredibly accomplished drummer, and we're very happy to have him here. And I heard him rehearsing the band earlier. You're going to be very impressed. So here we go. Without any further ado, Chameleon. The Chameleon. The Chameleon. Okay, the Chameleons. Okay.
I'm the mother of Alexander and the daughter of Marguerite. So I have nothing more to do except to be the daughter of Marguerite and mother of Alexander. But I just want to explain that I think the Chameleons, which is the name of the band, is going to play the famous jazz funk song Chameleon by Herbie Hancock.
Even free programs cost money. While tonight offers an opportunity for us to reunite in the midst of this extremely challenging time for New York City, we also want to share that Health Advocates has not for a moment eased up on our efforts to provide services to our 1,400 vulnerable members who rely on our services daily. Our volunteers and staff have shown incredible determination in ensuring that our programs have continued online, and we have also reached out through phone calls, grocery deliveries, and visits to our homebound seniors, many of whom have not left their homes in several weeks or months. This spring is different from what we expected, but Health Advocates' work continues. We hope you will consider a supporting gift to help as we continue the work we do. Please visit our website at www.hafop.org. Your support will help us to ensure that our members are able to continue receiving the services that they know and love until it is once again safe for us to return to full participation in community activities outside of home. To make a donation, please visit our website at www.hafop.org. I would now like to highlight one of our special programs, the Grocery Initiative with Elizabeth Murray at Seatown. This initiative was launched during the stay-at-home order. See how the Grocery Initiative has helped bring so much support to our seniors who are not able to shop for themselves during this pandemic.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Murray. I'm a member of the advisory board at Health Advocates for Older People, and we have been involved recently since the COVID invaded New York in delivering groceries to frail and housebound seniors who are unable to shop for themselves. I'm in Seatown as we speak, and I am shopping for one of our participants. We type out the lists in order of the store layout, and we try to shop for 2 to 3 people at a time. Often we shop for 12 to 14 people, so that could be as much as 7 baskets. We're very fortunate in that Seatown has participated with us in this and closes off lines in the checkout and actually holds the full basket so that we can check everybody out at once. It takes a few hours, and we do our very best. As everybody knows, the stock in New York supermarkets has been erratic. Seatown has done a marvelous job of stocking the aisles on several times a day, and they have helped us very closely with filling the orders for some of the more esoteric items that our clients and participants wish to have. Most importantly, that this is a list of foods that they actually want and use and that fit their diet requirements. We were able to do this because of a grant from a local trust, and we have been able to deliver up to 24 orders a week, and these are groceries that are specifically requested by the participants in this program. In other words, it is not a food basket of generic items. It is specially tailored to what they need and what they actually eat. We're able to do low fat, low salt, vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian, and many other special diet needs that are appropriate for the senior citizens that participate in this program. One of the nicest parts of the program has been getting to know the Health Advocates members who we are delivering to. When we take the orders, it often involves a conversation as opposed to writing down a list. We find out where they're from, how old they are, how they're coping. Questions are given to us so far as what's going on out there. Many of these people have not been out of their apartments since March 20th. Some even Mardi Gras was their last time out for a luncheon at Health Advocates. We have participants who are up to age 98. Quite a few are in their 90s and 80s. A couple are in their 70s. They are blind, they are deaf, they are disabled in various ways with walkers and canes being used, and some of them have underlying health conditions that would make it very risky for them to expose themselves out in the public. One of the great rewards of doing this is understanding how they live and how they work within the community. I find out that there were marathon runners, book editors, people that went through World War II and how they played a part in resistance movements in Europe. I find people whose entire families have died and they are alone and in their 90s, where their children are no longer even there for them. And I think that Health Advocates has been able to provide a service which indicates not only that we are there to provide their essential needs, but their emotional and social needs as well. I think it has demonstrated that Health Advocates goes beyond wanting to just serve their clients. They want to enrich their lives as well. And it's been a wonderful program to be involved in. It is a lot of work, but it's very rewarding to hear how they respond to having been taken care of in these very fraught times in New York City.
Now let's enjoy some highlights from our Jazz on the Terrace event over the years and another performance by Steve Doyle.
A secret love that lived within the heart of me. All too soon my secret love became impatient to be free. So I told a friendly star the way that dreamers often do, just how wonderful you why I'm so in love with you. Now I shouted from the highest hills, even told the golden daffodils. Now my heart's an open door, my secret love's no secret anymore.
great memories. Let's watch another performance by Steve Doyle.
And this is appropriate because it's the month of June. I love New York in June. How about you? I love a Gershwin tune. How about you? I love a fireside when a storm is due. I like potato chips, moonlight, moon chips. How about you? I'm mad about good books, can't get my fill. And Nancy Houghton's looks give me a thrill. Holding hands in the movie show when all the lights are low. May not be new, but I like it. How about you? The way you wear your hat, the way you sip your tea, the memory of all that. No, they can't take that away from me. The way you smile just beams, the way you sing off key, the way you haunt my dreams. No, they can't take that away from me. We may never meet again on that bumpy road of love. You may always keep that memory of the way you hold your knife, the way we danced till 3, the way you changed my life. No, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away. Can't take that away. Can't take that away from me.
We hope you've enjoyed this evening's event. Thank you for joining us for Jazz Off the Terrace. We look forward to seeing you all at many of our future events. And don't forget to kindly support health advocates continue their mission to help the aging population live safely, independently in New York City by making a donation to our website, HAFOP.org. Again, that's HAFOP.org. We are closing out the event now with a snippet of the fireworks display we enjoyed from 2019. Stay safe and be well. Thank you.
All of my memories are happy.